All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 cop stories. You'll love them. They're 7 to 8, 9 minutes long. Gross, funny, disgusting, patrol, you name it, we got it. Okay. Continue on that site. We have over 109, right? Something like that. Additional story. Now, these are question and answer stories, and this takes longer, a lot more lengthy, more in detail, and about all kinds of topics. And people have sent in questions. The last question, we're kind of not stuck on this one, but we decided to go longer on this. This is about supervision. If you ever had supervision out there, whether police ranks or civilian ranks, we're talking about that. I'm going through my entire career. I got about 29 years on, 28 years, and all the good, bad, and ugly about supervisors. Look it up. And if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and I'll answer your questions, okay? So we're continuing on with this. To show you where I'm at, in case you missed some of these, I'm a top step detective, 9 people working for me, 2 ladies, or women, what do you want to call them, and 7 guys, men, I don't know all these terms now, call anybody, and we're working in South Los Angeles, working the Watts area, and we're narcotics. All we do is narcotics. That's all we do. Okay, so now I had a tenured assistant working for me. He's been on some of my other stories. Great guy, ex-Army Ranger, and all good stuff. And I have a pretty deeply ethnic squad. I've got an assistant who's Hispanic. We picked up a new supervisor that we should have 2. He's a black gentleman. Not that it means anything. I just want you to know the makeup. And I had 2 Caucasian ladies. I had 3 Latino guys, 6 Caucasians. And there's a big mix in there. In fact, I had a Vietnamese guy for a while. I'm an equal opportunity employer. I want guys that are competent. I don't give a crap what they are. I want them to work. I got an older lifestyle in there lady. She's probably the hardest charging person in there. Okay, I want workers. I want A's, A people. I got them. Okay, so anyway, so one night, we get off about, we normally get off at 6, and we did some search work. So we're getting off about 9 that night. We were kind of busy. So I had my regular system was off, and the new supervisor was there. And I said, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, finish up here, and we're all done here, so just paperwork. Okay, so he had 3 guys with him, and so that's 4, they had 4 people. So the rest of us left. I get home around, well, actually a little bit later. I get home about midnight, okay? And, I'm had a long day, and I have to get up next morning and do my normal stuff, which is fine. I love this stuff. So about 1 in the morning, I get a phone call. Very rare, that assignment. That assignment is usually 10 to 6 every day unless something comes up. And it's the new supervisor, and he is all shook up, man. He's only been a supervisor for a month. Oh my gosh, there's a lieutenant here in patrol making accusations, and he's calling our investigations dirty. I go, whoa, slow down. I said, what investigation? He goes, well, they asked us to help them, and we went out on a door knock, which means we go up to a house and knock on the door and see if we can go in and talk. Their patrol people wanted some experts there, and our guys happened to be coming out of our office, and my new supervisor thought he was trying to work with everybody. He says, okay, we'll help you. So let me tell you what happened. So anyway, he goes, Lieutenant's making all kinds of stuff. I said, whoa, hang on, buddy. I said, hang on, I'll be in 45 minutes. Okay, so I really, I felt like Superman in a phone booth for you old guys. I had my clothes on in 10 seconds. I'm out that door flying down the freeway, okay, Mach 3. So I get there. I walk in, and my new supervisor, he's sitting there, and his eyes are nice and wide. There's a suspect handcuffed there. And I go, what's going on? Okay, here's what happened. They're coming out of the office. This lieutenant, along with some officers, come over to him and say, hey, we have information that there might be a machine gun at this one house, also narcotics, so could some of you guys go with us, we'll knock on the door, we'll use your expertise, maybe to go in and see if we can search the house, and maybe get this gun, because it's kind of hot, the word out. Okay, so they went to the door. Okay, and this is an example of lieutenants just taking exams and not knowing how to do narcotic work, and also police work. One of my guys knows the lady there. He's been there before. His son's an a-hole. He knocks on the door. She opens the door. He identifies him. This is like, midnight. Identifies himself. And she even said, oh, hi, so-and-so, how are you? I'm fine, ma'am. We have information that your son may have a machine gun. Oh, come on in. Okay, check it out. So they all go in. So one of my guys, the same guy's talking to her, just for general purposes, we have a form that says you can search my house. You're allowed to search my house without a warrant, okay? We do that sometimes just to see, that way if they say come on in, then we want to have it on paper, so later on when she sues us, or she talks to a really neat and honest attorney, there aren't none, except my best friend, okay? He'll sue and say they had no right to be in there, especially if someone's arrested. So we get the sheet, and so everybody's running in, and this lieutenant runs in, and so he's over there talking to her, he gets the sheet signed, thank you very much, they know each other, okay? So I guess Lieutenant didn't hear this conversation. So my guys go upstairs, they get the guy out of bed, they find an AK-47 machine gun under his bed. Mom's surprised, the guy's handcuffed, he's screaming, you can't have a right to be in this house. He's like 16, 17, he has no legal right to refuse. All he can really refuse, I think in those days, was refusal for us to search his room if he denies it. The entire house belongs to his mom. But it's, the state Supreme Court makes all these decisions. That doesn't really matter, that's their business. Anyway, so he sees all this lieutenant, and he's starting to freak out. Okay, he's one of those guys that's looking after himself and not his people. So he's thinking too much. So they bring the gun out. Everybody's yelling. Mom's not yelling. She says, "Get him out of here." Okay. So they take the body, the uniforms, 5 or 6 of them. They all go with the lieutenant back to the station. My guys are thanking her, whatever. They finish up there. They're heading back. By the time they get to the station, those officers are calling my guys. We all know each other, and says, "Better watch out. There's lieutenants walking around the station saying this is a dirty investigation. Narcotics went into the house illegally, and nobody touches this case." What? So he went, "Well, it's their case. What do you mean nobody touches this case?" So now he called me. So I get in there. Okay, I get in there about 2 o'clock in the morning, and you know me, you've seen my videos, all those realcopstoryvideos.com. I'm a very emotional person. I'm Latino. Hot blood goes through my veins, and when you start screwing with my people, I get kind of mad. Okay, this is not against me. This is my people. Which lieutenant needs to take care of his people. I need to take care of mine. Okay. So I go, "What?" So he tells me the story. I'm beside myself. So I go in, and he's there, and I go, "What's going on here?" He goes, "Well, you guys are illegal." I says, "Really? Illegally? What are you talking about?" And so I tell him about the sheet, and everything. I go, "Well, I didn't know that." "Well, you shouldn't be spouting stuff." Okay, well, he had already called the captain at midnight and told him we had a dirty investigation. So you start talking to your brass up above, and they think there's something wrong, there's something corrupt. They're all freaking out. Okay, so I call my lieutenant at 2 o'clock in the morning to tell him, and unfortunately, his lieutenant doesn't have any bodily parts between his legs. He starts freaking out. He's worried about his career. Instead of saying, "I'll be right down there, to back you up and help you," he says, "Well, I'll be in a couple hours. I'm busy." 2:30 in the morning? What are you, with a hooker? What are you, busy? Well, he can't be with a hooker. He doesn't have the proper tools. Okay, but anyway. So that's fine. So I go back, and now we're stuck. We've got the gun. Well, actually, the gun's given to my guys. We've got the body here. It isn't even our investigation. Okay. All right. So I'm there. I got the horsepower. I've got the rank. I got everything going. I go, "Okay, fine." Now it's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I said, do you have the names of the officers? Yeah. Okay. Use them as person that told us about this. Make it a routine narcotic investigation. Include the forms that she signed. Let's get this out of the way. Let's book him. Let's get the gun booked away. Let's get this taken care of. We'll take care of it. We'll clean up their crap. Okay. And they go, "Whoa." I said, "Okay." And I said, "If you guys are really tired, I'll call my guys in and we'll get fresh meat in here." "No, we can do it, boss. We can do it." "Okay, fine." Because they're very dedicated to me and mostly dedicated to their job. Okay. This is our job. Do this every day. Okay. So they're working. And I can see the look on the new supervisor. He's sitting there. It's a look of relief because all this he's been there a month, and all this responsibility from lieutenant ragging on him is falling on his shoulders. I took it right off. I didn't put it on my shoulders. I took it off standing in the corner because I'm gonna take care of this later. Okay, I'm getting my ducks lined up here, man. Stand by. Okay. So now it's 5 o'clock. Body's booked in. The gun's booked. Okay. Finally, my lieutenant comes in, 5:30 in the morning, whatever, and I tell him. He just looked at me. I might as well be talking to you people on this camera. Would be about, that's how much interaction, the look that he had on his face. But at least you guys watching me, and this camera has some function. It's like talking to the camera stand. He just didn't know what to do. My career, my captain, my lieutenant. He didn't know what to do. I knew what to do. So I said, "Well, I'll tell you what." I said, "I'm going to call my captain." "You're going to call our captain?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to call him right now." He should have said he's going to call the captain. I got to call the captain. So I get his phone number from downtown, and I call him. And he's my classmate. So and he was awake. Captains days are pretty long. They get a lot of money, but they wake up at 6 and they go to bed at like midnight or 2. They're all the time. So I tell him, "What?" He goes, "Oh, what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I'm going to conduct an investigation on this now." "Okay, fine." He says, "I'm coming into the office at 9. You call me. Let me know what happened." "Okay, fine." Get my ducks in a row. Okay. So my guys so I make some phone calls. A couple of my guys at home. "Can you come in early? I need new beef on the hoof here." So I didn't have to say it twice. My guys were loyal to each other. They come rolling in there, okay? The guys have been there up all night. Get out of here, okay? Got 3 guys and my supervisor. They're all leaving. Supervisor comes over. The sun's coming up, thank you so much. I said, look, don't worry about it. I said, he tried to F us, and it's gonna bite him in the butt. I'm taking care of this. You did nothing wrong. He goes, okay, thank you. Get out of here. Get out of here. And by the way, today, well, all of them, today is your work day. I want you to sleep in late, go have lunch. I'll see you the day after. I'll see you tomorrow. See how that works? I'm not going to have them go home for 4 hours, come back to work, and work all day. No, they're fatigued. If I told them to come back in 3 hours on their normal work day after being up all night, and they crash on the way in, they could sue me and the department. What are you doing making these guys work hard? Work while they're sleeping. I don't do that. So they had the whole day off. They're looking at me like, what? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Now it's, they're all happy. Good, get out of here. Okay, they did their job. This may go into the next taping session. I'm not sure, but this is a good one. Okay, so I'm writing stuff down, okay, getting my stuff in order, because I got a lot of people I'm be talking to, okay? And I knew that patrol lieutenant was going to call he already called his captain, okay? So, sure enough, around 7:30, okay, some of my guys are coming in, fresh meat, good. I had 3 guys coming in. They could not get in faster. So I told them what's going on. Okay, I want to brief my guys. I won't leave my guys in the dark about this. I said, again, I told my guy, we did nothing wrong. Okay. Then I get a phone call. Here it comes from the captain next door. Okay. Now, unfortunately, it's the wrong captain. Okay. They had a captain of detectives, then they had a captain of overall. Well, the captain overall, who's in charge of this captain, was not available this day. Okay. He was doing something. So I had the second captain. Okay. And this captain kind of liked the lieutenant. So he calls me. What's going on, everyone? I said, well, I told him. I said, well, I want to have a meeting. I don't even. Can you imagine? I got a lieutenant and captain, and I'm telling him we're having a meeting at 8:30 with this lieutenant. Are you going to show up? Are you going to join us? He goes, yeah, that's good. Good to have a meeting to clear the air. Yeah, to clear the air. Okay. So in the meantime, this might be a long story, but in the meantime, lieutenant calls. My lieutenant says, what's happening? I said, we got a meeting at 8:30. He goes, I can't make it. I have to go now. I said, well, that's fine. I almost said you're not needed. It's okay. I'm okay. Okay. So here we go. This is what they pay me for. This is what I got the stripes for and the hash marks. We have this meeting. The captain was briefed by the lieutenant, I'm sure, how bad we were. Lieutenant's sitting there with this little smug look on his face, and nothing personal, but I'm from California, and in the Marine Corps, I met a lot of guys from New York and New Jersey. They think they're the handsomest, the bitchinest, the sexiest, the thinnest, the smartest. See these 5? 0. Okay? They're just regular Joes. So this guy was from New York. And he's trying to show that he is. Okay, fine. So I walk in. Captain goes, well, I think this might be an misunderstanding. Well, man, I'll tell you right now, guys, out there in the cable area, in cable land I'm talking to, it's the last thing he should have said. So I stood up and said, this is not a training issue. And I looked over at him. I said, he does not know what he's talking about. Can you imagine I'm making these kind of accusations? I go, he never worked narcotics, probably never worked patrol longer than 6 months. And he's like, and they're both sitting there, who is this guy? And I go, let me tell you what happened. So I told him. He goes, oh, by the way, I said, oh, and let me back up. Oh, I got on sidetrack. I'm so excited to read it. Okay, back up. I'm so sorry. Before this meeting, I got one of my guys. My head's got things in it. And we drove out to the house at 8:30. Okay? I wanted a witness. Tape recorder. Knock on the door. Got the name of the lady. Really nice lady. It just happened to be black. It doesn't really matter. Okay. How you doing? I told her who I was. I told her I was the boss of the guy she just met at midnight. Oh, I know him. Okay, fine. She knows these narcotic guys because her son's an a-hole. Okay? I said, let me ask, can I tape something? I want to ask you. Oh, sure, go ahead. So I pushed the tape recorder. Last night when my guys came, did they ask you to sign a form? And did you tell them to come in? I told them to come in, and I want to sign that form. Okay? So I knew this was going to happen. I'm running out of time. This is a great story. I have to stop right now. Oh, my gosh. So come back, please. Okay? We'll see you in a minute. Bye-bye.